Today I'm machining 5 parts in a single setup on my CNC router. These parts are the basis for a new product I'm developing, a small lidded keepsake container designed to hold a rosary. For this batch I'm using my GridPlate fixture system to hold all 5 blanks at the same time. Each part will get its own dedicated location on the fixture plate, allowing me to machine multiple parts in a single cycle. Now, most of you will look at this setup and ask why I don't just screw a board to my spoil plate and cut the parts. And that's how I used to do it, but over time the waste board wears out or becomes uneven with all the screw holes. And for a one-off project, that's perfectly a reasonable way to do it. But what if you weren't just making 5 and you're making 500 of them? That's where the advantage of fixturing comes from, because I could run those 500 parts if I had to, and I wouldn't destroy my wasteboard in the process. And once I set this up, then I can continue running until I get through all 500. And once the first setup is done, the clamping locations are established, then the setup time is just swapping the parts out. That's where a dedicated fixturing system starts to pay for itself. Now, the first step is loading the material and securing everything in place. Once the stock is clamped down, I'll probe each workpiece individually and establish work offsets from G54 through G58 for each part. Each part will have its own XYZ0, which will let the machine treat every blank as its separate workpiece while still running from a single setup. Now, this is a fairly advanced workflow for a CNC router. I'm programming these parts in Fusion, which makes managing multiple work offsets in production runs like this relatively straightforward. That's not to say that it can't be done with software like bcarve, but workflows like this are one of the reasons I prefer Fusion for production work. That said, I'm also working on something that might make this process much easier for bcarve users in the future. It's still early, so I'm not ready to share the details yet, but the goal is making running multiple work offsets significantly simpler. With all the offsets established, it's time to start making some chips. The first operation uses a 3/8 inch roughing end mount, removes the bulk of the material, and create the basic shape. After the roughing is complete, I switch to 3/8 inch finishing end mount and bring the profiles to size and clean up the walls. The final machining operation, I'll use a 90-degree chamfer mill to break the edges and add the finishing detail. If you're curious about the fixture setup I'm using here, I actually just launched my website. It explains the grid plate system in much more detail and shows how the different accessories work together. You can find the link in the description. At this point, the machining is complete, but the part is still attached to the small carrier the rail clamps were clamped to. To remove the carrier, I'll take the parts over to the router table and trim all the extra material away. And now that the workflow is in place, I can do 50 of them, 500, or even 5,000 parts. It's exciting to see this new rosary keepsake box project starting to come together. If you'd like to follow along as I continue developing new projects and growing this small garage shop into a machining business, consider subscribing. And here are the finished parts. 5 completed bases, all machined from a single setup on a CNC router. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.